Alright, you've clicked on this video because you've probably come across this shoe, the Maison Margiela GAT. They're iconic, they're sleek, they got that whole quiet luxury thing going on. But let's be honest, they come with a price tag that'll make your wallet cry a little. So in this video, I'm breaking down the best alternatives to the Margiela GAT. Whether you're on a budget, looking for something a bit more ethically made, or you just want to know what's the best value for money minimal sneaker you can buy, I got you covered. And I'm also going to tell you which one is my favorite. Let's get to it. We got to start off with the original. Yes, I am talking about the Adidas BW Army. People might think that this is the Adidas version of the Margiela GATs, even though this shoe actually came out first. All the way back in the 70s when Adidas made these shoes specifically for the West German Army. Now Adidas recently brought these back and they were very quick to sell out. This is the BW Army Luxe version. It features some more premium materials like this leather lining, and the upper is made out of a cracked leather as well. They dropped in 3 different colors initially, but there are more colorways on the way due to the crazy popularity of the shoe. And this is currently the most affordable version of the Margielas you can buy. The retail price of these is $120. And it's giving you an almost identical look to the Margielas. The reason why I say almost is because the Margielas have this extra panel down the middle, which is made out of a gray suede. And the Adidas pairs just leave it as white leather down the middle. And the other difference is that the Margielas do have the suede going all around the laces as well, which the Adidas pairs don't. But what I really love about this Adidas shoe is that there's almost no branding on the sneaker, which is pretty much unheard of when it comes to sneakers from the major brands. For sizing on this one, definitely I will say that there's a bit more room in the toe box than I would like with this pair. If you go in your true size, you might feel like there's just way too much room in the toe, so I would definitely suggest go a half size down. Initially, you might think that the midfoot is just a bit too narrow if you go a half down, but eventually it will loosen up. I went true to size in this pair and for me it is a bit too big. The next few options are all in the mid-price tier and there are a lot of options. Let's first start off with a brand you've most likely never heard of, and that is Novesta. Novesta is a Slovakian-based sneaker brand that have been around since the 1930s, and all their shoes are made in Europe, in Slovakia, mostly by hand. And this is their GAT sneaker, and you can already tell this one looks much more identical to the Margiela GATs. Both the mid panel and the panel around the laces are matching 1-for-1 pretty much with the Margielas. These retail for €175, and if you don't want the leather version, you can go for the summer version, which sells for €139. That one is made out of a canvas material instead of leather. The quality on this pair, so I do have the leather version, the quality on this is significantly better than the Adidas BW Army. This is a pair that honestly on feet, no one would be able to tell that they're not actually from Maison Margiela. The only really major difference I see with this shoe is with the branding. You have the Novesta logo on the tongue and you also have it on the heel. For sizing on this pair, definitely you want to be going one full size down than your normal size. I usually wear a European 45 in most pairs, and with this one I got it in a 44 and they fit perfectly. And definitely from a fit perspective, I prefer the fit on these much more than the Adidas pairs. There's just the perfect amount of room in the toe box, no heel slippage whatsoever. Even though they are slightly more expensive, I think you're getting a pair that's much closer to the Margielas with this one rather than the Adidas. Now if you're based in the US, I got a couple of options for you as well. Let's start off with these pairs from Oliver Cabell. They retail for $200, and from what I've seen in reviews of the shoe, quality wise they seem to be at the same level of the Margielas because they also use that Italian calfskin leather on the upper, and these shoes are made in Italy. And on their website they're very upfront about the fact that their shoes meet the same quality as the higher priced competitors without the huge markup. They also come in a lot of different colors. I especially really like the navy pairs. Visually the only difference is that the suede panel on the heel, it does protrude out a little bit and it doesn't go all the way down the heel. So that's the only design difference, but otherwise from a materials point of view you are getting pretty much the same sneaker. For sizing on this pair, now this is just based on all of the reviews I read, these shoes do only come in full sizes. And people have recommended to go with the lowest option if you're in between sizes, as they do fit big. So I would definitely suggest sizing down in this pair if you're going to be grabbing them. And another brand that I'm definitely thinking about buying a pair from, this is Beckett Simonon. They make these shoes which they call the Morgan Trainers, which is their version of the GAT. They retail for $179, $20 lower than the Oliver Cabells, and they are made to order. And if you're looking for ethically produced shoes, then these are a great option. The brand is very transparent about the ways these shoes get made. They're made in a factory in Bogota, Colombia. And for the materials, you also get that calfskin leather, which is sourced from Italy. These do have the very soft Vancetta leather lining, and also they come with some wax laces. So it does seem like from a quality point of view, these are slightly better quality than the Oliver Cabells. But the one main disadvantage is that these are made to order, and as per what I've read, the lead times can be anywhere between 1 to 3 months before you actually get your shoes in hand. And they also have a more limited collection of colors, but the standard white and gray with the gum bottoms are available, and I'm sure that's the one that most of you guys want to get. And when it comes to sizing, for most of the customer reviews, they say that you should be sizing down with this pair. The next pair, I recently came across this company from the UK, and I'm really excited to show you guys these. The company is called Crown Northampton, and this particular shoe, they call it their Adnit sneaker, and they are modeled, of course, after the German Army trainers. And from someone who's tried many different brands making their own versions of the GAT sneaker, this pair right here has become one of my go-to sneakers for the quality of the materials and how comfortable they are. The leather on this is some of the softest leather that I've felt. They're using some nice calf leather on the upper. They do retail for a higher price, but here's the best part about this shoe. Each shoe can be customized to however you want it to look like. You can choose which color you want on the sole, mixing and matching it with the upper. And here's my favorite part. You can actually choose the width of the shoe, which the other brands don't offer. And as someone who has slightly wide feet, I did select the wide option, and wow, instantly felt the difference on feet. Easily for me the most comfortable pair of GAT sneakers I've ever worn. With all of the other options, I got the Adidas, I got the actual Maison Margiela pairs as well. I can never say that these sneakers are the most comfortable. All of them are a bit narrow, so it's pretty awesome to see a brand giving you a wide foot friendly option of this shoe. The colorway I went for is this beige color because I don't have any other GAT sneakers that are in this color. The one negative about this shoe is the lead time. Currently on the website it says that it takes about 9 to 12 weeks before you'll actually get your pair. When it comes to overall quality, comfort, and value for money, these are actually my favorite right now. And finally, I do actually own a pair of the Margielas themselves, and yes, I do wear them a lot, as you can clearly see by how beat up these look. But I have to be completely honest with you guys, in my opinion, I don't really think these shoes are worth the retail price that they go for. In terms of materials, you're not really getting a better shoe compared to some of the other options I've shown you in this video. Of course, they look awesome, and for me, the biggest advantage that Margiela has over the other brands is just the different options that they offer of the shoe, the different colorways you can get. But would I pay retail price for these? Probably not. In fact, I think you can wait for these to go on sale. They do actually go on sale at some other retailers like Essence, for example. And if you're wondering about sizing on these, pretty much all of these made in Italy types of shoes, you gotta go down a whole size. With most sneakers, I wear a European size 45. In these, I get them in a European 44. However, I believe on the Margiela website, the sizing chart for these is a bit different than other sneakers, because a US 11 is actually equal to a European 44 for the Margielas. So I would say if you're looking for your US size, just stick with your true size. If you're looking for a European size, go down a full size. Those are all the options. If you have any questions about these sneakers, feel free to reach me on Instagram. That's the best place to contact me, and I'm very active on there, dropping content pretty much daily. Hit that subscribe button if you're looking for more content from me, dropping videos just like this weekly. And thank you so much for clicking on this video and supporting my channel. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.